Sigma Empaths could occasionally find themselves in a situation where they have to decide whether to end a relationship sooner rather than later. However, where do they find the bravery to act on it? Are they acting appropriately in doing this? These are the top 8 reasons why Sigma Empaths are so quick to dismiss you. 8. They put their emotional and mental health first. Instead of being callous or self-centered, Sigma Empaths are self-conscious and mindful of their emotional boundaries. Sigma Empaths understand that it can be harmful to be around people who constantly take away their energy, spread negativity, or don't care about their well-being. They won't think twice about distancing themselves in such situations. A Sigma Empath values self-care above all else. To integrate the feelings they take in from other people, they need time alone and reflection. They construct a barrier around their inner self by removing those who jeopardize their mental and emotional health. When they decide to interact empathetically with others, this enables them to refuel and preserve the emotional fortitude needed. It's critical to realize that the Sigma Empath's decision to dismiss someone is motivated by self-preservation rather than callousness. They can detect when a relationship is unhealthy or harmful because of their innate grasp of emotions. It is essential to respect a Sigma Empath's desire for emotional equilibrium and make sure your presence enriches their lives in order to interact with them in a meaningful way. 7. They are able to discern when a partnership no longer fulfills their emotional requirements. Sigma Empaths perceive relationships that support their own development, align with their underlying beliefs, and foster understanding between parties. They are ready to end a relationship when they realize it does not satisfy these basic emotional demands. This ability to discern when a connection is no longer fulfilling their emotional needs is not a result of callousness, but rather of a deep awareness of taking care of oneself. Sigma Empaths are aware that sustaining a relationship that negatively impacts their emotional health can be harmful to both parties. They understand that maintaining an emotionally taxing or dysfunctional relationship is not as morally right as letting go. Sigma Empaths have a keen sense of how emotions in both themselves and other people fluctuate. If they see a connection to be a source of negativity, stress, or unfulfillment, they will choose to maintain their emotional and mental stability. This could include putting limits in place, pulling away, or, if necessary, breaking up with the other person. 6. They see that a relationship continuously veers outside of their comfort zone. The mental and emotional health of the Sigma Empath is protected by these boundaries. Consistently disobeying or going above these boundaries in a relationship indicates that it can be harmful to their emotional well-being. In these situations, a Sigma Empath's decision to end a relationship is not rash or heartless. Rather, it is a reaction based on self-preservation and self-respect. They are steadfast in their dedication to self-care and recognize that establishing appropriate boundaries is essential to their emotional balance. When their needs are continuously disregarded or a relationship becomes one-sided, Sigma Empaths are adept at sensing it. Instead of putting up with these disparities, they decide to keep their distance. This is a preventative step to make sure they don't experience any emotional upheaval or anxiety. 5. They are only interested in genuine, profound friendships. Sigma Empaths rapidly distance themselves from connections when they see an authenticity breach. Relationships where both parties can be authentically themselves, and the Sigma Empath values this kind of connection. They are inclined to break up if a relationship does not provide this space. It is a matter of self-preservation more than a lack of empathy on their part. Those who are Sigma Empaths are aware that making superficial or fake connections can be emotionally taxing and leave one feeling empty. They free up space in their lives for deeper connections by letting go of these relationships. Connecting with a Sigma Empath requires being open to authenticity, sharing who you really are, being vulnerable and honest, and supporting them in doing the same. A Sigma Empath will flourish in the setting of sincere connection, providing unmatched emotional support and empathy. 4. They detest pointless confrontations. Unnecessary conflicts upset the emotional balance of a Sigma Empath. They recognize the importance of meaningful connections and calm, productive communication. It causes stress and discomfort when they find themselves involved in ongoing arguments or conflicts that have no end in sight. Although they don't break up with others easily, these people do so to protect themselves. They understand that keeping relationships that are inherently tense can drain their energy and have a detrimental effect on their mental well-being. In these circumstances, individuals put their own health first by keeping their distance. Sigma Empaths look for relationships based on empathy, mutual understanding, and a shared dedication to peaceful interactions. They respect partnerships in which disagreements are deliberately and productively resolved when they do occur. They make room for deeper connections that enhance their life by letting go of relationships that don't have these characteristics. 3. They are aware that you are impeding their development. Sigma Empaths are prone to sever relationships when they continue to hinder or bring them down. Their commitment to well-being and self-improvement is the reason they discard a relationship that impedes their advancement. Sigma Empaths are aware that in order for their mental and emotional development to flourish, they must provide a supportive and loving atmosphere. They put their own growth first and won't settle for anything less when it comes to these vital facets of their lives. Sigma Empaths look for relationships that support their growth, development, and well-being. They value partnerships in which it is not only accepted but also encouraged for both parties to improve. They create space for connections that advance their growth and improve their lives by severing ties with people who impede their progress. Do you also decide to move on if you think a relationship is impeding your progress? 2. They are able to spot mismatch with ease. Compatibility is the cornerstone of a deep connection for Sigma Empaths. They cherish partnerships in which there is mutual understanding, a sense of shared purpose, and a resonance with their basic interests and beliefs. They can tell when a relationship is not sustainable when they feel that there is a lack of compatibility in it. Ending a relationship because of incompatibility is a self-preservation tactic, not an act of indifference. Sigma Empaths are aware that forcing a relationship with someone based on basic incompatibilities can cause emotional anguish, dissatisfaction, and a feeling of self-deception. They make room for more harmonious and satisfying relationships when they let go. It's critical to honor and recognize their acute compatibility sense. In order to find areas of alignment and accept the inherent variances, embrace vulnerability and openness. A Sigma Empath can truly shine in a relationship where the unique compatibility characteristics are respected and celebrated, providing unmatched empathy and support. 1. They choose who they associate with carefully. These perceptive people understand that the people they let into their lives have an effect on their emotional health and personal development. They therefore don't hesitate to end partnerships that don't live up to their high expectations. Selectivity is a deliberate decision made by Sigma Empaths who have a strong sense of the worth of their time and energy. They understand that not every relationship will align with their underlying beliefs, passions, or emotional requirements. As a result, they carefully select their relationships, prioritizing quality above number. A Sigma Empath's decision to end a relationship is not hasty, rather, it is a manifestation of their dedication to self-improvement and self-preservation. They place a high value on relationships that promote mutual understanding and growth, as well as connections that have a positive impact on their life. They are prepared to break up with someone if their relationship doesn't live up to their standards. Sigma Empaths work to uphold the emotional health and personal growth of others rather than to harm or disregard them. Being picky makes room for deeper relationships that bring them the depth and genuineness they desire, enriching their life. How do you react at first as a Sigma Empath when you discover that a relationship doesn't line up with your values? For these reasons, Sigma Empaths may find it easier to end relationships, but it doesn't mean they do so ruthlessly. Most of the time, their choice to put distance between them stems from a sincere desire to improve personally, and they might even carry on providing care for others after the relationship ends. Is dismissing someone a sign of being a heartless Sigma Empath?